Musical writers, I feel like you're getting recognized for something, but you want to be recognized for more. The universe is telling you that you're not ready for it. So this is how I got there. We have the seven of coins in reverse, planting. I like to see gardens, recognizing how far you've come. But because this is reversed, it feels like you're not recognizing what you've done and what you've accomplished. You have way too much going on into the future. Here's your six of wands where you're getting recognized for stuff. This king of wands really threw me a little bit, but there's a reason and it's coming up soon. You want to be recognized for this king, but you are not being recognized for being this king. And I'll show you why in just a minute. We have the seven of cups, which means you have a little bit of shiny object syndrome, probably with what's coming up next with this project. Something to pay attention to because it's probably going to lead you in one direction or another. It kind of depends on what direction you decide to take. We have the eight of cups. With the eight of cups, I like to think of it as leaving leaving a situation, even though you love it so much, for wanting something more. So that's what you're wanting. This was the card, the Knight of Wands, that solidified my King of Wands reversed. So you're being recognized for being younger than you are. You're being recognized for things that are not quite up to where you want to be recognized for. You want to be the King of Wands, but you're not accepting or realizing how far you've come. I think you're jumping too far ahead. So you're being recognized by things that are right where you need to be at, but there are things in the universe that you need to accept and use personal growth and use that to your advantage versus beating yourself beating yourself up for something that you are not ready for. This is the ace of coins reverse. Whenever an ace comes up reversed, it usually means a no. I am going to go with this ace of coins because it's reversed and because you've got a seven of coins reversed as well. Probably you're not ready to become the king of wands. I think you're still at the knight, and I think you need to understand that for yourself. Here you have the tower, and I think this is more of a personal belief versus what actually is happening around you. What's really going on here is you feel because you're not getting this King of Wands energy and being recognized for the King of Wands, you feel like the universe is against you and you feel like things are falling apart. When in reality, you're getting a lot of attention, or at least somewhere you're getting a lot of attention. This may not be actually in your face, such as maybe someone's actually reading the project or actually just talking about you. Usually, I'm surprised that it didn't come up reverse because that's more of an internal thing. I just feel like that's more of a personal belief. Then we also have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is all about good luck. So things are happening, wheels are turning, things are coming out in your direction, and they're rolling and they're going. So this is something you need to be reminded of. The card at the bottom of the deck we have is Madonna. She is the Queen of Cups. She's usually about the Queen of Cups is usually about mother energy, very emotional, caring, and giving. Since it's not reversed, I feel like there's a chance for you to give back to people. You have an opportunity to give back to your followers or do some shout outs or something of that nature. Do it externally. Don't do it internally. You're probably feeling that a little bit. You just don't exactly know where to go with it. And that's probably going to also help you with your seven of cups. Probably going to be an option to help you get to the King of Wands that you want to be recognized for, but you need to take a few extra steps in order to get there. The numbers that you want to pay attention to are 7, 6, 4, 7, 8, 2, 1, 16, 10, and 3. If you add all those up, you get 64. 6 plus 4 equals 10, and 10 in the major arcana, again, is the Wheel of Fortune. So things are turning, things are going. You just need to remember to recognize how far you've come and that you are headed in the right direction. Thinking you want too much right now and you're just not quite ready for it emotionally. Elementally wise, we have earth, air, fire, and water. You are very full of fire. You have a lot of creative energy. I do think you're kind of overdoing it. Astrologically, I'm going to give you a few different options. I'm going to advise you to look at Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You have no air at all, and those are the air signs. So whatever those air signs are telling you, you might want to incorporate that into what your options are you might want to incorporate that into recognizing how far you've come, maybe giving back to people, kind of a thing. But it just kind of, it feels like you need to have more air, more thoughts and communication to communicate where you want to go, how you want to get there, and that kind of stuff. I'm going to give you option B though. The two major arcana cards that you got are the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. Those are both fire signs. Like I said, you have a lot of fire going on. Because these two came up, you can look up Jupiter and Mars and see if they're trying to tell you something. The one I would mostly lean on to is probably the Wheel, which is Jupiter, because he's come up as the theme of the spread, the theme of the month for you, and he showed up in the actual spread. So because he's showing up twice, that might be something for you to really pay attention to. I just feel like too much fire, you're going to probably burn out. You're probably already feeling a bit burnout. Maybe you reached too high, and that is like you were reaching for the King of Wands, but you burnt yourself out a little and you got to the Knight of Wands. And so you're kind of beating yourself up for not reaching a full goal. But remember, you're still getting there. Just be happy with where you're at and recognize how far you've come. And take a break. Just take a breather. The colors you probably want to pay attention to are light purple and black. The light purple came out from this color right here. And the black mostly came out from Tupac. A little bit of also David Bowie, sorry. Want to go a little bit more, you also got black with Chuck Berry. Musical artists you probably want to pay attention to are Mick Jagger, Chuck Berry, David Bowie, Tupac, and Madonna. Go ahead and listen to a couple of their songs, and they might have something for you to learn in order to get to the King of Wands. Maybe it's even a way for you to relax in order to recover from your burnout that you're experiencing. I do pull 3 extra cards. We've got choose your weapon, and it's reversed. I don't think you should try to beat yourself up right now. I do feel like it's a little bit of a like a back off situation. Interesting that we're talking about fire because we've got firemen. And what do firemen do? They put out fires. So it just I'm gonna reiterate and go back to those to that air signs. I know that air can support fire and make it go bigger, but it feels like you already have a lot of fire. And again, you have no air. So I would highly still pay attention to Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is the other card that I pull. It says, what does your protagonist need to overcome to grow as a person? With that, I am Chris, and I help screenwriters and authors complete 3 to 8 detailed outlines in less than a year. You could write more. It just depends on what your process is. And I use all of these tarot decks behind me. Depends on what somebody comes at me with. If they come at me with a musical story, I have this musical deck. If they have mermaids, I have a mermaid deck. Pirates, dragons, cats, dogs, anime, manga, like that's how I formed my own practice. If you do want to experience how to do all this, I do have a free 15-minute exercise in my bio. If you just go there and click on that, it's free, it's 15 minutes, and you can learn how to write a beginning, a middle, and an end of a story really fast with your own intuition using tarot cards. With that, I invite you to like, subscribe, follow, and share, and I will see you in the next one.